How y'all doing?
Good. Good evening.
Hey, everyone tuning in. What's up, Daddy?
Good evening, everybody.
Normally you'll be out there, you'll be commenting saying good evening, daughters and stuff like that. But here you are. We got you. We got you to come on.
Evening, daughters, Jamila and Fatima. I love you.
Laser?
All right.
So I want to welcome everyone. That's my babies. I love my babies. Hi, Esmeralda. Welcome to Bounceback Wednesday, everyone. I'm your host, Jamila Hanif. And it's Fatima Hanif. Fatima,
Oh,
it's too hot for all of this. It's too hot.
Fatima, honey.
Welcome to Bounce Back Wednesday again. Please be sure to share. Like you really have a second right now. Take a second and share it. Like wherever groups you in, you got other pages. Be sure to share it because these discussions we talk about are important. Tonight discussion is totally linked to men's health. This is the month for men's health awareness, and so including Alzheimer's, brain, and PTSD. But our focus is men's health, and I thought it would be a great idea to invite my father to come on. How you feeling, Daddy?
I feel great. Today is the best day of my life.
It
Today.
is.
Yeah, because yesterday is gone and tomorrow ain't here. So right now is the best day of my life.
Okay. All right. Good. So, thank you for joining us today. Thank you for accepting the invite. Um, so ACEs, y'all. This is what we about. Raising awareness about ACEs, adverse childhood experiences. The Kaiser and CDC conducted a study between 1995 and 97, and what they discovered was that a lot, 17,800 of their HMO members, and what they discovered was that a lot of their health issues, chronic illnesses, were all traced back to their adverse childhood experiences. So these chronic illness, I mean, they decided to do the study because of obesity, because they saw that a lot of the clients were obese. And so the chronic illnesses such as Alzheimer's, lung disease, heart disease, and cancer. So there are 10 indicators that are where people are surveyed. So it's a questionnaire. They are in three categories: child abuse, child neglect, and dysfunctional household. So Fatima, can you please share the 10 indicators?
So, child neglect, physical neglect, emotional abuse, physical abuse, um, emotional neglect, mental illness of an adult that's within the household, incarceration, domestic violence, witnessing domestic violence, and loss of a parent to divorce.
Uh-oh, there she go breaking up. You hear? Whew, God.
Yeah.
Okay, we missed it. So the dysfunctional household, loss of a parent due to death, divorce, abandonment, separation, witnessing domestic violence, having somebody in the household that's mentally ill, suicidal, or depressed, or anxiety, substance abuse use, so someone doing drugs or alcohol, and incarceration of a family member. So if someone has four or more of those ACEs, you guys, and not get the help. Because the whole point of us raising awareness about this and having these discussions is to reduce ACEs. We want people to become aware. And what can you do to stop these things from happening to your child? And what it is that you can do for you to get your health under control. So, Daddy, I had only pressed mute because it was echoing for me. That's all. So I know that's where it was coming from. But Daddy, did you take the ACEs questionnaire?
I got 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10. When you were taking it, what came up for you?
My past flashed before my eyes, and some things that I realized that that happened, some things that I realized didn't happen.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I was kind of surprised. I thought I was okay 10 out of 10, but I didn't. You know.
Praise the Lord.
It's interesting how much we suppress, huh?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm. All right. Well, let's get into this. So I invited you on because you have been a great example for us when it comes to health. Though sometimes, people be examples. Sometimes we don't follow those examples,
Yeah,
but
that's yeah. I second that.
yeah, but you do good. You do great. I mean, I feel like I've gained a lot of weight because you're not around.
Yeah,
Um,
so
so,
Hi,
uh,
Tequila.
yeah, I'm sorry, Daddy. I want to shout out everybody out here. Esmeralda, Kenya. Somebody else said
Karen.
it's a Facebook user. I'm in transit, but will be settled in a spot in just a moment. I don't know who that is. Hi, Miss Francine. I just met Miss Francine in our group, our Ivy group. So hi everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Please be sure to take a moment and share. Okay, take a moment and share. Fatima. Oh, Daddy.
Oh, I was about to say, well,
I'm sorry. So, Daddy, when it comes to men's health, what are some ways that you take care? How old are you? How old are you, young man?
I'm 69 years old. I'll be 70 in November,
now
and
we gotta throw him a party.
I always thought I was younger. But when I went to Social Security to get my Social Security, they said I was born in 1952 instead of 53. So that kind of
Oh,
Oh, so you're 69.
I'll be
so
70.
even on your birth certificate? So what did your birth certificate say?
It says 53.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Yeah,
Well, they helping you out because when they got the AARP or the different stuff for the seniors and stuff like that, right?
yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
So what made you get into health the way that you are?
It all started when I was young because I'm from Chicago and I started playing basketball when I was young, 14, 15 years old. So ever since then, I've been enjoying working out and sweating and competing and being a so-called winner. I was very competitive. Uh, I still have some good habits from my younger years in terms of conditioning, stretching. I
Mm,
have my bike because my knees are tore up from running long distance and all of that. But I'm still holding up. And I have a thing where I rather wear out than rust out. So that's why I do the things that I do.
You rather wear out than rush out?
I rather wear out than rust out. Being
Okay.
rusty, I rather
rush
wear
through.
you know,
Mm.
doing something, being active instead of just being a couch potato or
Mhm.
doing nothing. You know.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right, black man. Okay, okay, black man.
right
Uh,
on. That I am. Yeah.
okay. Who are some good examples for you in your life?
Uh,
You did.
in Chicago, there was this guy named Virgil Simpson. I remember I went to his house in the projects where I lived at in Wentworth Garden in Chicago, and I saw a lot of trophies that he had in his house. I said, "That's what I want to do." I want to get some trophies and stuff. He was a good basketball player, so I used to watch him all the time, and he was
Okay.
one of my role models.
So you didn't start playing basketball till you was like 14, 15? How old were you when you started playing basketball, Daddy?
About 13, 14, 15, somewhere around there.
Okay. It's interesting because I was 11, 12. I mean, like when I really started playing like organized basketball, I was always exposed to basketball because of
Yeah,
you, watching you.
yeah.
Uh, Fortunately, I was the only daughter that played, you know.
Thank God. That wasn't
Yeah,
my thing.
I was praying that I had 5 boys, but I prayed and I planned, but God is the best of planners, because He knew what needed to be done. So, I had 3 girls.
Hmm.
And yeah.
Okay. Continue. You got any questions? Somebody said they
No,
started.
I just want to say, I appreciate him. Myself being raised in a cult, and we used to have to wake up early in the morning.
What time? What time? It was still dark outside.
Like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
So,
everybody get up. Yeah.
I was just explaining this to Miss April daughter. We were talking about this when we was on our trip last week, and I said,
Yeah.
"Girl, my daddy used to have us stuck on a dry piece of ginseng." She was like, "What that do?" I was like, "I don't know. I'll ask him." And I tried to call you, but you didn't answer your phone, so I thought maybe you was out of town. But oh my gosh, we used to have this dry piece of ginseng up under our tongue. And we used to have to run the hill. So we used to stay on 69. So we stayed on 69 between Florida and Weld. And we used to have to run up that hill. Some mornings we used to go to the Oakland Hills, to the trails, and run up there. So we used to have to do that in the morning before we had to go to school. We used to have to go run 69th Hill and come back down before we had to go to school.
Traumatizing.
Oh my gosh, it is. But let me tell you this. So he used to make these smoothies. Oh my gosh, he used to make these smoothies every morning. And he used to have blackstrap molasses in it. Blackstrap molasses is horrible, but
Ain't it a trip, this stuff? And this is what happens, right? Because it starts with, the household. It starts at home, right? So when you are exposed to these things that your father, like, was fortunate to have daddy to really try
right.
to really teach us healthy eating habits at a young age, and then we grow up, like, so when we was younger, we didn't like it. I remember probably throwing oatmeal behind the refrigerator or something like that. Like, did nobody want to eat no oatmeal? Did nobody want to take
lumpy oatmeal at that?
Spirulina. Remember the wheatgrass? But wheatgrass.
Spirulina.
We had golden seal. He used to make us that golden seal.
Yeah.
But I appreciate it because that's the reason why I have, my business. Of course, my business called I Maintain, and it's because of you, because you always say it's not the mileage, it's the maintenance. And so it's about maintaining that. It doesn't matter how old you are, or that doesn't matter. How you maintaining it is what's key. And I appreciate that because I'm definitely in nutrition heavy. So even though my weight fluctuates as such as well, but I'm working on it.
Yeah, we lost them. We
It's
like little senior moments and stuff, so it's all good. Want to shout out to everybody again. Dr. Behave, what's up with it, Doc? We got Doc.
That's interesting. You know how we do retain.
Y'all phones back
me. Yeah, maybe.
We gotta figure something out. We gotta figure something out.
Sorry. No, I'm out. Somebody tried to call me and
we figured that.
So
you probably gotta put your phone on Do Not Disturb. I wonder if they have that. Android.
Yeah, he is a droid.
All right, I did it.
Okay, good job. Look at you. Good job.
Right.
Well, I definitely appreciate your knowledge on that, even though I always say that we was raised in a cult and just like, but I guess I appreciate that cult too.
Right. I appreciate it too. No, I don't appreciate you saying it like that, but you have taken it to another level, in terms of health and spirituality also. I love you for you doing what you're doing, and how you raising your children to meditate in the morning and eat right and stuff like that.
Thank you.
Yes.
All about me.
Please give her all the praise.
You was Queen Pasta Maker. Used to be on the pasta.
Now she did her meal prepping. I'm proud of her. Meal prepping this week.
Don't do this, Daddy. Don't play with me. Not tonight.
She did a really good job. She doing her meal prepping.
Not tonight. Okay. Not tonight.
So don't tell the truth tonight, then.
Don't.
Well, you can tell the truth about me. I don't mind.
Listen, Daddy, not tonight. So So it was a challenge. I love you, Daddy. Since we all going here though, since you loosening up, I see you. The ice is breaking.
Yeah. Thank you.
So
Yeah.
what? What you saying?
So you want to ask me some questions or what?
Yeah, no, because I just really want y'all. Okay, I gotta press mute, Daddy, because I'm just gonna mute you just while I'm speaking. Um, I love my daddy. My daddy know I love him so much. Like he know I love him so much. He know I'm like out of all his kids, he know I understand him the most. Okay, his baby girl. Okay, and we can have our little challenges and everything, but we get back. Be little challenges, but we always bounce back, right? Like so a lot of you are, some people probably tuning in, probably people from school and everything, that has heard my daddy talk. And I love listening to my daddy. He has so much knowledge. Like he reads a lot and he shares things. He's from Chicago, y'all. Okay. He grew up during a lot of racism and all of that stuff. Okay. My daddy is a real African. Okay. So everybody, it's just different generations and things that we are exposed to. So my daddy could be very radical, but he speaks the truth. Like, so he digs and looks at slavery and stuff like that, and he goes from to the root of things. So it was a challenge with me with him coming on, because I'm like, Daddy, like, what you gonna say, like, and he's like, I don't need you censoring me. Like, he didn't want to come out at first because he did feel like he was going to be censored. And so I just want to just give a disclosure. I may have my white friends watching right now and everything. I love everyone. But the truth is the truth when there are certain discussions. So when we have to go, Daddy, get up. No, get up. So he's going to talk about how, just with health, with our health, we be cool.
Go ahead, co-leader. Go ahead,
cool.
speak.
Well, it's just that we lost our culture. We have a glorious culture where our ancestors lived for a longer time than we live in now. We just in a foreign culture. We need to get back to our culture. We from a place where we lived, where food was just abundant. The fruits, the vegetables, the things that God shined his light down on to give nutrients in the fruits and the vegetables. And some of us have lost our way, because of adapting to someone else's culture and not loving our own culture.
Okay.
And I think that has been a problem. If you don't know what your culture is, you need to go back and find out what it
Right.
is.
But do you think that it's the lack of love for the culture or the lack of knowledge of?
Knowledge.
Yeah.
Lack of knowledge of, there's a lot of self-hatred that has been instilled in us, not to like our African roots, even though everything started in Africa, you know, not only in uh, uh, Kemet time or uh, the Kush civilization. A lot of things begin there, like agriculture, writing, civilization, mathematics, astronomy, astrology. All of these things are being fed back to us. They feed our own stuff back to us when we were the originators of all this stuff.
Right.
So we just have to get back to our own culture and
Okay.
get a better understanding of who you are. Malcolm say the best knowledge to have is self-knowledge and the knowledge of God. So no, we need to go back to our roots.
All right. So tying everything into, I'm thinking about adverse childhood experiences, right? And so
Yeah.
knowing that the way that we do eat, how it does impact our health tremendously.
Yeah.
Some people have healthy eating habits. Let's say, okay, we're talking about, keeping it real, talking about how our communities are trauma filled by design, not by accident. So when we have
Right.
communities that are filled with, we have the McDonald's, we have the liquor stores that sell more alcohol than produce.
Right.
We're not around much nature at all. There's not enough green. I'm just saying. I'm just thinking.
Right. Right.
Not enough green or any of that. So, I hate when I forget what I'm gonna say, y'all. Oh my gosh, what can we do right now with our children to show them back the way?
I remember when we used to go on field trips when we were young in school. Now, if they have a place where you could take your child to see fruits and vegetables being grown, take them to a garden or something where foods like that are being grown, that may have a impact on them. Yeah, you know, we need to do for ourselves. We need to grow our own crops and stuff. There's a big gap between, farmers. We had our own farming, but somehow involved and tripped us up along the way. So we need to do for ourselves. We need to get our own industry companies. Grow up for yourself.
Right. I find it, a lot of people will argue that, some people will argue that soul food, is our culture and part of our culture and different things of that sort. But like the fruits and the vegetables from Africa, that is our actual culture. So would the soul food be more of a survival food thing? When we came over here, it was more like a survival.
You can say that. You can say that we were conditioned in that direction to eat like that because of a different culture. We was adapting to somebody else's culture, which was forced on us.
I need to take a deep breath.
Unbeknownst to us.
I need to take some deep breaths right now. Okay.
Because I see that blood pressure raising.
Are you late? Okay.
You see the smoke coming out my ears?
Calm down. Calm down.
All right.
Okay. Yes. Yes. Yes.
And it's very detrimental for us to get back to those roots of eating more vegetables and fruits and all, because look, they are building all these the Vita dialysis places. And I keep on this that they are building it like, I just saw one going up in Concord. There's one right here in Vallejo. No, it's two. I think it's two now in Vallejo, or one in Vallejo, one in American Canyon. Like it's.
Hey, let me tell you what's so interesting. I spoke at the council meeting last night because the city just got $12 million to build housing development. And so interesting seeing people come on opposed to it. They're trying to get the homeless people out of the streets. They're trying to give them housing. So we have people from American Canyon coming here because so the housing thing is supposed to be on Broadway in Sacramento.
Yeah.
Talking about how it's, there's the Vita right there, and I'm thinking like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
They got all these DeVitas. And our high blood pressure causes our kidneys like it. You can be taking medicine for diabetes, and it can, diabetes for medicine for your kidneys that causes you to have diabetes.
It's all kind of stuff. But look, all right. So just like how these ACEs are connected to it, right?
Right.
So, Daddy, I'm about to press mute. Okay. If you want to talk, just unmute yourself. You know how to unmute it, Daddy? That little sound is bugging.
I see it be going off and on me. I ain't saying nothing.
No, it's not you. It's me. It ain't you, baby. It's me. Okay? So,
right.
Calm down. I'm gonna press mute. You know how to unmute it, though? All right, just unmute it, Daddy.
Okay, Rain.
So, what? Taking our deep breaths, smelling the flower. So with the adverse childhood experiences, so it causes chronic illnesses because trauma creates toxic stress. Toxic stress creates chronic illnesses. But in between the toxic stress and the chronic illnesses are these behaviors. These addictions and stuff, food addictions. Sometimes people, eat improperly, you stressing and stuff like that. Not having access to produce because in the community there's these social determinants, okay? Housing, education, jobs, all of that stuff, right? But with stress, stress is just you stressing. A lot of people, I truly believe, don't go to the doctor and get themselves checked up because they are afraid of what the possibility of the results can be. Afraid though. And then even just waiting how long, to get your results back and all that. Stressing. So if there could be more coping techniques, we need to teach our kids more how to cope and how to handle stress at very young ages, like Rain taking deep breaths and stuff like that. Having a bag to punch or something like that just to release it. I was talking to somebody today that's a veteran, and she was telling me how she deals with her PTSD, and she talked about how it's like she got to do something like it's like adrenaline, like she could go hop out of an airplane, do the skydiving or whatever, and
roller coaster or something of that sort, right?
Go ahead, Daddy. You trying to talk?
No. I was just listening to you. But yeah, we need to vent in a healthy way, some kind of way. But I read where exercise by working your heart rate up is a good stress reliever. Also, if not just doing push-ups, or sit-ups or jumping jacks or something, deep breathing.
Releasing those good hormones.
How they say how you're supposed to get 30 minutes of physical activity, like that's why you need to release this stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then even after you work out, you see how great you feel when that little happy hormone kicks in.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, that's why I do it. Because sometimes I could be feeling, tense. If the Lord wake me up in the morning, thank you, Lord. And he say, get up and go ride your bike, because you'll feel better afterwards. So that's what I do. I get up and do my stretching, to get me going. I do my 100 sit-ups, and just to get me going, just so I can feel better and get them endorphins.
Right.
Circulating and going.
How old are you?
I'm 69, going on 70. And it ain't the mileage, it's the maintenance.
So if you stand up, if you was to stand up right now and try to touch your toe, how far can you go?
Oh, good. Don't even get me started.
You about to have him start doing yoga?
Yeah, don't even get me started. But I can on the floor. It take me a few minutes to warm up though, but I can make my head touch the floor like I'm doing the splits. But like I say, it takes a minute to do that. Yeah.
You gotta warm up. Yeah, I get it. Daddy, you about to really be 70 years old?
We gotta throw him a party.
What you want to do for your birthday?
You want to go out of the country or you want a party?
Probably a party.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of party?
Just bring money party.
He want to go fund me.
Get up.
All for good cause.
All right. So,
can I ask a question? Not to cut you off, Jamila. How do you feel? You're 69 years old. You lost your mom. She passed away at 69. How does that make you feel? Like, with her struggling with Alzheimer's for years before she passed and everything, and you healthy and everything. So how does that affect you at all or anything? Did I say that first?
No,
Look,
you did. Wait, how old was grandma when she passed?
69.
I think she was 80. No, my
Oh, she
mom
was
was
80? Oh, okay. I don't know
born
why I thought she was 69.
1919.
I
She was
don't know.
born
I don't know.
1919.
I don't know why I thought she was that.
No,
Yes,
I
she
don't
was.
know.
Well, maybe that's the last time I actually I
Yeah,
mean, in the right mind state. I don't know why I thought that she was 69
no,
when she
no.
passed then.
Yeah. Well, she was born 1919 and died in
2001.
2000. The same couple days after
Tiani,
Tiani was
Tiani was born.
That was 2000. I thought it was 2001.
2000. Because Tiani, she'll
Yeah,
be she'll be 21 or 22, right?
yeah, it was 2000 because in 2001, it was 2000.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because we moved to Vallejo in 2001.
yeah.
Okay, all right. Um, Daddy, what are some things? What are some things that you can share that you do? I know, what is it? What is it that you do? Like, okay, what's a typical day for you? Share what a typical day is for you.
Your routine.
I used to say God forbid though, if it ever was a fire to start, the first thing I would grab is my blender because I do my smoothies every morning, come what may. Uh, well, let me stop lying. If I do miss a day without my smoothie, my body can tell the difference. I won't regulate like I usually do if I take my smoothie because the fruit and the vegetables are helping my body regulate. You know,
Mm-hmm. Really?
uh, and exercise, stretching is a must if I'm to be aligned and in sync with the universe. Stretching, meditating, praying, deep breathing. I have to have it because if I don't do it, like I say, I'm out of sync and I'm not aligned with the universe.
Can I say something real fast? I promise I'm gonna let you get back to it. Because you said like when you don't have your smoothies, you notice how you don't regulate like how you would normally do.
Right,
And this is why it was so, the foods we eat, you know, a lot of trash it's toxic, you know? And so it's in our body and our nervous system, our blood, just everything is reacting to what we're putting inside of our bodies, you
right.
know? So it's like, and then, man, just think about a person that be constipated or something like that.
And our
Ooh,
Like
gut health is important. Our gut health affects so much of our of our body.
Dr. Sabi said, that's where all diseases start at in your
And our
yeah,
gut. Miss April, she does the colon plan. Yeah, colonics. And she
yeah,
has a whole I love her posters that she have up because it shares all that, what diseases are attached to that.
yeah,
you saw the one that's in the one room. She was doing one little thing on me, but
Mhm.
where she used to have it, where she used to do the colonics with the big tube.
Yeah.
Right there, it showed a gut, and then it have the different numbers and stuff. And then but what it's saying is telling you also like magnesium and certain stuff that you need.
Right.
minerals. Yeah,
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's crazy. It's like wow, and it is. It's all connected to the gut.
man.
All connected.
So myself being a person that has PCOS, right? So I have PCOS. PCOS has to do with my ovaries. So it's a hormonal issue in my ovaries. So having that is linked to diabetes. So I have to be careful because I'm like insulin resistant. So that's why I've been working on that and changing it. So it's very important for me, even though it's also a gut issue because the diabetes has to do. I got a lot of stress in my gut area.
Yeah,
So it's that's why I've been me and the kids. We've been juicing, and then I think for the summer we're gonna really just be on fruit and vegetables
Yeah.
for the rest
Yeah.
of the summer.
There's this group. And I like the groups. They got a
Yeah.
raw. Well, that's all they do. I think you turn me on to that, and I look at what the people experience and how they say how eating raw food can change your whole metabolism. You know, your whole body
Right.
functioning. You know, but you really have to be disciplined, though.
Disciplined.
Discipline and certain things have to be accessible to you.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you got to make it accessible.
You're right. So build your own
Because
garden.
either you gonna pay for it in your food or you gonna pay for it in medication. So it's up to you to figure out which way.
An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. You know, I'd rather try to eat organically now and pay for it now than pay for it by me going to the doctor and to the hospital. You know,
Your medicine, when you're eating your medicine as food, right? That's what
yeah, if you eat right, you don't have no need for no medication.
Yeah.
If you eat right, your food is your medicine. Yeah.
Somebody, I'm sorry, Fatima, you cut me off a while ago. Remember?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So, yes, somebody said, we're getting so much better. Oh my gosh, you guys, we're growing so much together. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, go ahead.
Don't be rushing me. So it says, yes, indeed, I have my morning stretches and definitely makes you feel off balance when you don't do it. When you stretch, and a lot of people don't know this is what probably don't, you know, when you're stretching, you are releasing toxins, right? Isn't that true, Daddy?
Yes, it is. I've been meaning to get on YouTube and try to demonstrate the stretching that I do, you know, and I really, man, I really feel good when I do it.
When you stretch, I remember when Brandon was a baby, and I used to always, you know, he'll wake up and stretch, and I used to always go from his arms all the way down and just, you know, like that.
Baby massages.
Doing it, just stretching, like, and because it's just when you wake up in the morning and you stretch it, you know, it's like,
Hey.
And then you feel so good, like a right? Go ahead, Fatima. What you was gonna say? I'm sorry.
I don't know what I was gonna say then, but what I'm gonna say now is being a person that deals with anxiety and depression, it is very important. Like I have to meditate. And sometimes I have to meditate more than one time a day, depending on my mood. Right? But you know, a lot of people that deal with depression, what I tell them is that you really have to push yourself out of that bed and do something. I don't care if it's on the side of your bed. You just roll out on the side of your bed and just do something. Because when you able to do something, then you release those little happy hormones and you feel so much better. It like changes your mood so good. And we be needing that at times because baby, on them days that don't happen and it's needed, it can be turmoil.
Yeah. And even like you first wake up in the morning, grab your knees and try to bring them to your chest and just try to hold it for 5 or 10, 15 seconds and just feel the loosening up on your lower back. The first thing in the morning, put your knees to your chest and hold your knees. Yeah.
I'm gonna do a stretch in the morning. I'm gonna make sure I do this stretch in the morning on my social media show because it helps. It has to do with your root chakra, so it helps release all that toxic and tension from that root. The frog, the little frog yoga move.
So Francine said, "How do you meditate? I have bipolar and manic depression and anxiety."
Okay, I was. Go ahead.
I don't, because you can answer this question, but I don't know what it is with me, but I just feel like I just don't believe in that bipolar thing. It's just people have emotions. I'm just saying. They have emotions. So it's like you could have a moment and process it. I mean, I wonder, is it processing it? Is it taking longer to process it than some people.
I'm sorry, y'all. The reason why I'm laughing is because me and her have this discussion.
I don't want to talk about this right now. I really don't, because it just doesn't. So how do you meditate?
You know what though? I like essential oils. There are essential oils that you can diffuse while you meditate that can change your emotional mood, change your emotional state of mind. It what they call them? You have your olfactory glands that smells certain scents that can give you an upliftment.
Like the brave.
Yeah. Essential oils play.
Where you get them from?
Big part. I can say if I got the chance right now to say, I'm a wellness advocate for doTERRA products. doTERRA. And maybe in the future I will be talking about doTERRA products and how I swear by them also. And they are natural, pure, certified, high grade essential oils from the earth.
Francine, I promise you I wasn't running away like that. I really wasn't. It's just it's not that stuff is serious. Like, and it's I wasn't running away from it. Trust me, I promise you I was not running away from it at all. But we will chat about it. But what are some ways? Okay, so
it's numerous ways to meditate. But my favorite.
Hold on. No, Daddy was just saying how he's a distributor for essential oils, which are important. You just was displaying it. You was just showing off.
One more time. Do it again.
Oh, show it again. Oh,
yeah.
That's the brave. This is balance.
Yeah.
So kids can have this as well. So we can put kids onto this early.
This is breathe.
It's a part of your senses, So when certain smells may trigger or whatever, but it's important to have those essential oils. He just said all of it. Go ahead, Christina.
But you know what? It's very important. Success and everything has a scent to it. They have sense to being successful and everything. Like they do a big old thing that they do as far as like when people go into stores and have a certain it has a certain smell or a certain scent or feel to it, you're going to be spending your money
and you're not even aware of it. You ain't even aware of it, but that's
right.
How it
Hey, it's just like when you smell McDonald's. You
want some fries,
right? So listen, you smell it, and also you could be triggered when you see that arch, right? When you see that M from McDonald's, you could be triggered by it, right?
Symbols,
images or symbols, and images and stuff, But go ahead. Stuff is important. What else do you do, Daddy? So you do your essential oils.
Oh, I do my steaming. Y'all might have seen some videos that I put my steaming on, and I got a little music in the background. I'll be steaming. And what that does is open up my nasal passageways and helps clean my lungs out. Also, so I take pride in doing that. Also, I'm not gonna say it cures anything because folks don't want you to say that, but it relieves a lot of tension and a lot of mucus if you have mucus and what have you. But it clears up my nasal passageways and I feel good. Yeah.
I know this Dr. Zoe.
I'm glad you know it is.
Because let me tell you, even this Chick-fil-A, just even reading that make me want to go give me some other display.
No, we focused. We gotta go right now.
No, I'm not going to get any Chick-fil-A. No way.
It's a challenge. It's a challenge. Every day is a challenge.
It is. And we all fall short.
Yeah.
And you allow yourself grace. Don't beat yourself up about it. And get back on track.
No, ain't gonna be no weakness. Nah, we ain't gonna be weak.
It sound like you slipping now. You know.
No, I just got a feeling when I saw Chick-fil-A.
See, that's all it takes.
It
Like
do.
like a trigger. You know.
It is. What you see, what you hear, you can take something. Just anything. Yeah, it's all sensory input, and it's telling my brain to go get some Chick-fil-A.
So the goal is to manage it.
Right.
But I ain't gonna put it into action now. I can think about it.
Right.
Yeah, you don't even torture yourself like that.
Yeah. Oh, anything else? Anything else you do that's different? I mean, you're about to be 70 years old and you're very active. You play basketball? Can you still play basketball without breaking any bones or anything like that?
I don't run up and down the court. I may go out there and shoot and chase the ball for a half hour. I'll try not to do anything past a half hour because I hate to say it, I've been diagnosed with a thoracic aortic aneurysm in my heart for doing too much, really. So if you do too much, you got to know your limitations. You got to do your vitamins and your minerals. Also, selenium, magnesium. I do spirulina, grapeseed extract. It's good. Also, you know.
Make sure you're drinking a lot of water while taking those supplements. Make sure that you guys, try, if you're able to get it from your foods, try to consume your foods. Overtaking all the supplements is up so high. The sales of supplements, but
because they know,
right. But at the same time, a lot just make sure you're flushing out those kidneys because you see these dialysis places going up.
Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah.
And even though you consuming those supplements, feeling that you're healthy, you have to make sure that you are flushing out your kidneys as well.
Balance. It's all about balance.
Right.
All right. So water intake is important.
And for those that don't know, this man is he was a superstar at Oakland Tech basketball team for some years. It'd be interesting when we was younger and we used to hear stories like, he don't play like that, but no, he really played like that. And yeah, what years was you at Tech?
1972. Then I went to Merritt Junior College for 2 years.
What you think? Why you think you didn't make it to the NBA or anything of that sort?
Because of my militant attitude. I went to school in Evansville, Indiana, and went to a game in Kentucky and saw a Confederate flag. And I say, I don't want to be down here. And then I left Evansville, Indiana, the summer of 1977. And the winter of 1977, plane crashed and killed a whole basketball team at Evansville, Indiana, which was unfortunate. But I had a militant attitude. I was a barber, hairstylist. I went to beauty college, got my license, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to have my own. I wanted to be my own boss.
So you was a little thug. You was a thug.
So that militant attitude was a blessing because it saved your life, clearly.
Yeah. And I read the autobiography of Malcolm X, and all praises due to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Minister Farrakhan, for helping me just try to stay balanced. All praises due. And I'm still seeking. I'm still seeking the truth.
So, were you supposed to be on that plane that crashed?
If I would have stayed my black self there, I would have died in the plane crash.
Look at God. We wouldn't even be here. All this great wouldn't be here.
You sure wouldn't. And I was a firm believer when they used to say, what time is it? I used to say, it's nation time. Let's build a nation. I wanted 10 children, but thank God for what I did.
Okay, Nick Cannon.
Yeah, watch out now. I like Nick. I like Nick Cannon.
I do too.
He kind of remind me of Imani also.
Yes.
Well, it was a blessing, definitely a blessing for you having that militant attitude and seeing, being aware of
Yeah,
what your surroundings and what you don't like, and you was like, I'm
yeah.
out.
Well, I guess that's because I listened to that God voice in me. You
Hmm.
uh, you know, yeah, I listened to that voice that say this ain't for you. Some people say that I run away from things. No, I know what I like and what I don't like. No,
Right.
yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, it's been it's been a blessing having you as a father. Um, I mean, you taught us a lot. You taught us a lot. Um, we got to
Let
be
me
better with leading by. We got to be better with the things that you have shown us and what you have exposed us to. Some of the things that we don't do.
Well,
Um,
all I'm gonna say is honor thy mother and father, so your days may be long. You know.
what you was
that's
gonna say, Fatima?
that's
What
that
you gonna
cult
say?
mentality. That's that cult mentality. But
Yeah.
What
no,
you gonna
what I
say?
appreciate about him is all his journals. So my daddy does a lot of reading, right? So he does a lot of reading, and I thank God for that because I'm a reader, based probably on that.
Yeah.
And but he got so many like index cards and notebooks full of just full of notes, and what's that, phrases and statements and everything.
And reminders. Yeah.
Who's your favorite poets?
My favorite poet, the last poets. My favorite poets, because yeah,
what's
the
what's
last
your favorite? What we gonna let you? This is your only chance right now.
yeah,
She
What?
gonna let you be militant.
yeah,
What? No, just be you. Just be you right now. So, what's
yeah.
one of the favorite poet? One of their favorite poems. You can say it right now. What is it? What is it called? I don't even know. I'm just asking. I know you. You
I don't
know.
know. You want me to say?
Yeah,
No. What is it? No.
yeah.
What is it?
Go ahead. What's your poems from the last poet? What's one of the
Black
poems?
people, what y'all go do for one thing? And you really want me to say it?
Yeah, go.
No, it depends on what it is.
The revolution would not be
Televised.
Televised.
televised. Well, that was by
Give.
Gil Heron. The last poets. Whoever, anybody who know the last poets know what the last poets is all about.
What
You
mama
know,
talking about? No.
The white man got a God
right?
complex.
That was right there. I thought y'all don't want. I thought y'all want me to be.
She said for you to be. This was the only moment for you to be you. So I mean, not be you like that, but be relaxed.
You
She was
missed it.
she
You
she was
missed it.
letting you out the gates.
You
All
missed
right, all right. Okay. Well, thank you for trying. Yeah,
it. Look at God. Thank you, Lord.
yeah.
Thank you, Lord. He didn't say
I'm
no,
about
not now.
about to blow the brains out of falsehood with the truth. You know. Yeah,
My mama talking about no.
yeah.
She put two of them up here.
I see it. I see it. All right. Well, thank y'all for this opportunity and for this moment. You know, I have to make a run.
All right. Well, I know next week is Father's Day, so we might bring you back on. We don't know, but yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us today. Thank you to all the viewers that are joining us today.
Right. Let me just ask one thing. Okay, you male, and I know that you go to the doctor. Like, what advice would you give other black males?
I would recommend that they get a primary doctor and use all the medical facilities. Go get a blood check. Get an EKG because when they did an EKG on me, they saw I had that thoracic aortic aneurysm, and I was thankful for the medical people for finding that out for me. I did a blood type. I think I forgot what blood type I am, but I have it written down. Thanks to my daughter Fatima for turning me on to whatever your blood type is. You need to find out what it is, because there's certain foods that you can't eat and can eat. You know, so find out what your blood type is. Just go get everything checked. Your prostate, your colon, all of that. You know, because the life you may save may be your own. You know.
Right. Before this, hold on, before you leave, were you afraid? Like, I know it was a big complex, like with the syphilis, you know, test around then. So how was you able to fight through your anxiety of that? What you going to the doctor now?
Just knowing that the pharmaceutical companies and that industry can be for you or it could be against you. It's up to the individual, though. You know, you got to have some trust. I wouldn't do my own heart surgery on me. I wouldn't do my own kidney surgery on me. There are people that I think that God is instilled in them to help you in that aspect. You know, but in terms of prevention and stuff, getting knowledge and information, you know, finding out for yourself, get a second opinion, do your own research. You know, do your own research. That's why God gave us a
brain,
ask questions, you know, but don't be no sheep, don't be no follower, you know, for yourself. All right.
Wait, no, because I'm thinking about how people should interview their doctors.
Yeah. I have to throw in lips of questions.
Yeah. For real. And then if you don't, well, I'm a person that I deal with energy and vibes. If that vibe and energy is not right, then go choose a different doctor. You can go choose a different one.
No. Ask questions. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's how you gonna ask questions, because you're gonna have that feeling that there's something.
Everybody's in tune with energies and stuff like that. Everybody's not in tune with that like that. Not everybody is.
Yeah, so, they better ask about it then. Yeah.
So ask questions. So thank you all for tuning in.
That's what's gonna cause you to ask questions.
Yeah.
Ask questions. Don't just be like, oh, I don't like that energy. Like,
okay, so the energy that you carry, your intuition, when something, that gut feeling of something not feeling right, that's the energy I'm talking about. That you get when you dealing with people.
God gave us the intuition.
Yeah. No, that's fine. That's fine. Some people aren't in tune.
Well, they need to be in tune with themselves.
They better ask somebody. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Almost an hour. It's 59.
Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you all next Wednesday at 7:30. Thank you.
Love, peace, and happiness. Black power.
You play.
Yeah.